sorry about that jump cut there. Ran into a glitch. I crashed. Anyways, let's continue on. We're back here at the back section of the ship and walking around here real quick. Yeah, turbo lift. Not a lot to see through here. Haven't done a lot of updating through here. Just kind of filling in spots, fixing things as I go, kind of a thing. Here's an example of a room that'll probably have to update, change these patterns out. I could leave this here like a ship system room, but I want to keep the ship as consistent as possible, and this color, albeit kind of neat looking, doesn't really match the rest of the front part of the ship. Neither does this roof and stuff. So all this has to be updated to a better, more consistent block palette that I'm using on the front of the ship. And it means a lot of rework in the back end of the ship here. So we'll bounce around here, and you can pretty much see I just want to work my way back. Here's sick bay. So pretty much this is the way sick bay is going to look. I'll update the sick bay section with these grayer blocks and whatnot, but it doesn't really matter because this is the drive hall and that was the primary hall back, or primary hall up there, I guess, primary pod, whatever you want to call it. And just work our way back through here. This is all pretty much the same as in the last video. It just, from a while back, but yeah, here's the clean. Here's that smoke thing I was telling you about. The creeper came up with. Pretty cool, huh? Here's the honor hall, Klingons. And come back this way here. I want to work my way to main engineering because that's one of the main areas I've spent a lot of time on working on is the main engineering area. So let's go ahead and go. I think it's one deck up. We'll find out together because I really don't remember. Um, we'll know here in a second because yeah, okay, so yeah, engineering is technically two decks below us. So I reworked this area here, and this is now the upper part of the antimatter pod bay. And Klingons load and discharge their antimatter pods via this elevator right here, which goes up to the hangar. So that's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. We can get to main engineering from here as well. But yeah, drop down here, and you'll see here's the pod system. These right here pull antimatter from the top, and then these ones right here feed it from the bottom, and then two more from the top and stuff like that. So that's the way it works, and it just sort of kind of wraps around back through here and does its antimatter, whatever Klingons call this process. Similar to what the Federation does. And we'll drop down here. We're in a catwalk now. It's a shame that these don't link. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, you can see that engineering now is quite a bit different looking. I mean, you can't really see the engine bay from up here because there's so much stuff in the way. I think I've achieved the boiler room effect that I was going for. And yeah, here we are. You see the brackets above us and whatnot. Whoops, missed one. Gosh darn it, close. But yeah, you got your raw hydrogen, whatever you want to call these things. Basically, there's a tank here, and you drop down. This tank here there's a crossover right there. This tank is full of material, matter, or antimatter, whatever they call it, raw matter, and it goes through this process here. Can help feed the engines, boost the engines. The Klingon ships can go a little faster. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up as I go. But this is all part of the fuel processing system. So that could, this could be raw deuterium or whatever down there. And then we have the warp core itself. And I went with this big thing like this. I was going to do a Romulan singularity type core, but I decided to go with something like this. And these are clamps to hold the core. And then there's additional brackets up there. Those are explosive. So if something happens, those would sever the connection with the antimatter, sever the connection with the conduits to the nacelles, and then these would release, and the whole unit would just drop down here and then out into space. These would all basically be jettisoned. Now, anybody in here, chances are pretty good they're not gonna live. They're gonna go out that hole with the core because it's not safe to work in a Klingon engine room. Just saying. But anyways, I have this little conduit here. This is just a power feed conduit that goes over and connects and then goes through the rest of the ship. Everything one of these do connect at some point. They all should interconnect. I hope. I think I've got it, but you never know. Anyways, this is kind of a temporary block. I just put this in because why not? It looks good and it works. It steps down. This here is another. I'm thinking this will be like an not an anti, well, it could be antimatter, it could be something else. But I have these big, like I say, those big vents in the back of the wing. So I figure, well, I don't know what this is, but I separated out the vents, give a little crawl space here so I could put something in there if I need to, and then whatever this is, I could rip out the wall, and this can all be part of ship systems for those vents. Either way, it's separated from the conduit here, which goes down to the nacelle itself. And let's go ahead and bounce on down through here real quick, and I think I'll make this a two-part video. I think after the uh, crash, I'll just stop it after that, and I'll just pick up with this video. So it'll be like because I'm too lazy to edit stuff together, so forgive me. But anyways, drop down through here, and you can see that it just kind of works its way down the ship. Come around this way here, down into the nacelle. Trying to make it look as, military as possible, because the Klingons aren't like the Federation. They're not all, oh, let's make it look good. No, yeah. But yeah, you can see where I'm going with the nacelle now. So I had these coils in here, and these will all be set up for like Klingon coils. And then up through here, I'll add stuff, and then a bunch of stuff back there. This will probably, I already have the design for this, so I already know what I'm going to do with this. And I have the design for the back of the ship as well. That being said, that's pretty much the tour of what I've got going on currently with the Klingon D7. Again, I'm not sure the estimated time of completion because I still have the Exodus and the Fearless that still have a lot of rooms and stuff in them that haven't been filled out. I am not to the degree of fill out every nook and cranny room like Creeper and say Birch are, where they have some incredibly detailed stuff. Even when I last saw it, Calvin was working. I don't know if he still is or not, but I would hope that he's carrying on with his Enterprise D. He's got some pretty cool things going on with that, and I'm not sure if Martin is carrying on with his two builds, the Vesta and the Excelsior 2, but hopefully they are. And I know they're planning the whole work of those builds that Martin did are just amazing. The detail of engineering work that somebody like Creeperbot puts into his refit Enterprise and his Bird of Prey and stuff, it just blows my mind. The amount of detail Birchie puts into his ship systems and how they're all laid out and stuff like that, just awe-inspiring and so forth. There's so many. Magpie working on that big Sovereign class Luminosity and other build that they're working on is just amazing. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody continues to build. You know, I, it's a shame that we no longer have a public server. It would be great if we did, but life is life, and things move on. So we were lucky to have one for as long as we did. Again, thanks to Impeller, thanks to iPanic, Impeller, the Mindtrek server, and iPanic and his team with the Trickcraft server. Much appreciated for all the years of enjoyment, and hopefully, everybody can continue building and enjoying Minecraft and building Star Trek ships long into the future. Anyways, y'all have a great day and a great summer. Talk to you later. Bye bye.